So we are going to begin with the Times here.
So the Times leads with a story that Islamist groups are being funded by our taxes, which is lovely to hear. I mean, I'm glad to see that the government is finding new and inventive ways to waste the money to give them. But it's part of the Prevent De-Radicalisation programme, which started up after 9/11, when people thought maybe Islamic terrorism isn't so great after all. So groups and charities have applied for funding and just been, they've obviously just been spaffing the money out hand over fist. So they've given some of these groups and charities taxpayers' money. The aim is to steer young Muslims away from terrorism, but some of these organisations have been promoting extremist Islamist ideas.
Do you think they knew that, or they just didn't check who they're giving money to? They're just like...
No, I mean, I think they probably didn't know. But
I don't know.
It's part of the sort of just it shows the rubbishness of government. That this is something they want to put money into to prevent something, and it's called prevent, and they end up encouraging
it. They should call it encourage.
Yeah, they should
nurture.
They should just call it uselessness. Call it uselessness.
Well, it's a good deal worse than useless. If they're actually actively funding these things, they are developing, and presumably they come with a sort of air of legitimacy if it's government funded as well. You could probably think, well, presumably they must want me to do this.
Well, do you think that was, a ruse they've done on purpose? They would try to set it up to look like they were anti-spreading terrorist ideology, and then...
Anti-imperialist as well, possibly. Just like kind of anti-everything.
Just anti-everything. Anti-Britain.
Because my idea with Prevent, the general impression I've got with Prevent is that it's a sort of network of informants, isn't it, essentially? If you notice somebody is behaving, it's a bit like an expansion of the See It, Say It, Sorted sort of thing. Just like that, into your schools and into your churches and your mosques and madrasas.
And similarly useless, because, of course, if we see a suspicious bag on the tube, we're not going to say anything. Nobody's going to say anything.
I just get off. I go to the next.
Off. Yeah, they even have pictures on the tube now of what you do. Oh, no, actually, that's not for a suspicious bag. That's for sexist behaviour, isn't it? So if somebody is...
I love staring. Not in like a sexy way, just in a sort of just like I could be planning something.
Yeah, just in that I might be a bit of a strange musical genius or something like that.
But what's interesting is this review of Prevent has revealed that it treats terrorists as victims more than as criminals. Yeah. Because obviously they're really scared of appearing, at all Islamophobic or offending anybody's sensibilities. But it's pretty hard to avoid looking a bit Islamophobic when, most of the serious terror threat comes from Islamists. And because of this fear of looking Islamophobic, they're also focusing on right-wing terror threats, which, I'm sure there's plenty of horrible right-wing people out there, but we haven't really seen the scale. There's not that many right-wing people going into pop concerts and blowing up children.
They say it's about 25% to 75%, very broadly speaking, right-wing and Islamist. And, of course, what they call right-wing, these are never terror groups that want to see taxes brought down or more control over. They're basically racist, aren't they? That's what it is. And they're basically racist because the Islamists are blowing... If they could just get together and eliminate the two of them, but there we are.
Yeah, if we could get some sort of battle royale going on, I'm sure ISIS would be up for that.
Can I just draw your attention to the photograph as well, which has appeared on the majority of front pages this morning, even though it seems to be quite
It's photoshopped. He's smiling. That's
Andy Murray there, towering over Nazanin Zaghari-Ratcliffe, who I remember you were a bit of a fanboy over the summer, weren't you, when she came out?
I thought it was delightful when we paid £500 million to get her out of Iranian prison, where she'd been apparently unjustly imprisoned. I thought it was quite fair. But then she came back and she blamed Britain for it instead of Iran.
So now she's standing next to a tall Scot and claiming some sort of collegiate affinity. I don't know.
He's barely Scottish when he plays sports. He's got all his own teeth. Yeah.
Doesn't have a lot of teeth.
Very true.